Hello. Let's dance. حبيبي ولا على باله شو easy.
No? You're not joining?
Why?
I'm not joining now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Life After with Dana and Amal,
We're going to discuss everything and anything.
where people feel comfortable to listen to people with
Similar situations or views.
a safe word. Life After with Dana and Amal. Bitter conversations with a sweet ending. Just like a pineapple. Actually, we googled it. Okay guys, hello everyone and welcome to another episode with Life After with Dana and Amal.
Hey.
Guys, we are back with two of my favorite people in the world. Three.
I thought he wasn't, but okay, clearly.
Yeah,
I
he is the
definitely
third one.
Yeah, sure. Pineapple.
In this episode, it's a very interesting episode for one reason, because happy Valentine's Day. This is a Valentine's Day episode.
Yep, it is.
So today we are
It's a
celebrating
Valentine's Day special.
love. Yeah. Oh, there you go. And today, the whole point of this episode is to fix my relationship with Adel, because
Yep. we have
moderating.
beef.
Yeah, so today we're going to discuss, as you said, something, a really interesting episode, and it is marrying someone outside of my culture.
yeah.
So?
Yep.
And
Okay.
apparently that is the deal with you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Tan, tan, tan.
What's the safe word here?
Yeah. We're coming to that.
Okay.
Wallah, Adel,
Yeah,
did your
yeah.
homework.
Just in case.
Way to go. So guys,
tell them the
whenever
guidelines.
yeah, you have one rule on this table. This is a very safe space. And if you feel the need and we're crossing the line, or you need to say a curse word or whatever, you say pineapple.
So there's no cursing here.
No.
Oh.
That's why you say pineapple.
But see, what usually happens, people curse.
And then they say
like,
pineapple.
And then they say
Pineapple.
pineapple.
Later they're like, pineapple. And we're like, oh yes, pineapple.
So yeah, so that's mainly the safe
That's
word.
fine. Don't worry.
Before we move forward, I want you guys to introduce yourselves.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm Adel. That's my wife Rawan. We've been married now for 8 months, I think. I'm not such a complicated guy, I think. I think you guys think otherwise.
Rawan.
Rawan thinks otherwise. Wallah, no, I don't agree. We come from different cultures, but we're also just very different people.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
I think that's why maybe that's why it works. But I'm I'm such a homebody. I'm good at socializing, but I prefer not to. I like staying at home. I'm very addicted to like sports. Like sports would usually navigate my schedule. So مثلا
Yeah, we can cancel date night for a Chelsea game.
It's not cancel date night. There wasn't supposed to be date night because there's a Chelsea game.
There
You
was
get it?
never a date
You
night.
get it? Like مثلا babe, we're supposed to go here tonight, and I'm like, there's a Chelsea game. المفروض you understand that from my end. You know what I mean? That's not.
احنا دغري فتنا
أنا
بالملح.
لا لأن
بس ثواني بقى نهدي الوضع نهدي الوضع.
the culture is
Piney
So-
has something to
so-
say.
that's about it.
Okay,
Are you
nice.
sure?
Yeah. We're gonna get to it. We'll spill the beans later.
هي صارت حلقة افتح قلبك. أنا Rawan, don't hold back.
Not at all على فكرة
Tell us
عادي.
about the Chelsea nights.
Oh, yes. Dana can witness some of them too.
Yeah, I was there.
So basically, I'm Rawan, and I was born and raised in the UAE. And I have a full-time job in a pharmaceutical company. And aside from that, I'm running my own business. It's an event planning company with my amazing partner. Shout out Nano! And that's about it.
So before we go ahead, so because we said we're marrying someone from a different culture, you're Egyptian and you're local, right? So this is why we're doing this episode, because okay, even though we're both Arabs, technically you're both Arabs. حكيت we're both Arabs.
دايما in the love
She's
triangle.
also part of this
She makes everyone's relationship a love triangle. I swear. تدخل بكل العلاقات.
I feel like you're مش عاجبك الوضع.
لا
like
أبدا.
okay.
I think
بلاك يا أخي.
I think he's coming in with a lot of attacks
Aggressive,
and comments.
huh?
And he's
Aggressive.
like, you know
There's
what?
gonna
Today
be
is the day.
some beans spilled tonight. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I love that.
Too
I
bad
love
for you.
it.
I'm editing this.
Depends on the beans.
Yeah, fair. Okay,
Rawan, please don't hold back. I'm telling you
No,
this
no,
for the second time. Live your life.
there's Piney always.
أصلاً هو مش هيسيب لي فرصة. Let's spill everything out.
Okay, so how did you guys meet? Let's go.
Start
Okay.
with the year.
No. Before we
Oh,
start
okay.
with anything, I'm
Yeah.
just going to put it out there because
Please.
he's holding it against me for so long.
Okay,
I
yeah, you
liked
do it
him
first.
first.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course.
Let's get over this.
Hey, because she doesn't like to admit it. I don't know why. But
I
it's
liked
the
it
truth.
first.
You just
Because you're
admitted
cocky, Adel.
I'm not cocky.
He's like, no, I'm not.
No, it's because there was a lot of, the typical relationship start-off drama of, the relationship chess where, you make a move and they make a move and stuff like that. And when these moves were happening, she was just my friend. But she liked me. And then there was this day where, like, I was kind of, like, ignoring her, but it wasn't
And I hated
intentional.
him.
She was so
I
rude
liked
to
him and I
me.
hate him on the same day.
She was so rude to me, and I never understood why. And then I found out, obviously, later that it's because she liked me and I was ignoring her. That's
Okay.
Why were you ignoring her?
Thanks.
It's just, sometimes you just ignore people. It's fine.
That's
That's just who I am. Huh?
Okay. That's
That's
not
who I am.
accepted in our relationship, Adel. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I have to show everyone their attention. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, what to do?
Yeah, we met through mutual friends and stuff, and I don't know. It was
2016.
we met in the beginning of 2016.
Yeah.
And we were never really that close up until towards the end of 2016. We got really close, and I mean, I'm not sure, like, what we're supposed to dive into, and it was very natural, organic type of
Love-hate
start.
relationship في الأول.
Just from her side, I had no hate.
Always.
I had no hate. I had full appreciation for the person. She was really nice. As a matter of fact, in uni, I was very go into uni and come out. Don't really make anything out of it. But when I got to know her, I actually really enjoyed talking to her. That's why that day she was rude to me. I didn't understand why. Like, what's your problem?
Like, wait, is this normal?
I'm not usually this nice to people, But then I don't know. Then the love started, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Okay, so you met in uni,
Yeah.
right? And obviously you knew, because you liked him first, putting it out there.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
You obviously knew that, hopefully, this will turn into something, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily marriage, but at least a relationship, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have any doubts or like fears or something?
Adel's like, oh shit, pineapple.
You're supposed to say it before you
Yeah.
press it.
I actually was thinking about it now because I'm like, Anyways, yes, I did. It was like definitely worth the risk, but in our family, my uncle's married to someone that's not Egyptian.
Okay.
So his wife is not Egyptian. So I thought, okay, my parents are going to be understandable to a certain extent. But then again, the typical Arab mentality where he's the guy, so ولاده هيطلعوا باسمه, so هو ولاده هيطلعوا مصريين, and in this case مش هيطلعوا مصريين. So I was like, okay, it was a little bit like, no, I don't know how are they going to react. Exactly, because you're the girl. Because I'm the girl, so I didn't know how they're going to react. But no, صراحة my parents were very, very supportive of it.
Okay.
That's good.
From my end, it's a little different. لأن my family, they're all pure locals. But my dad and my mom is from South America. My mom's from Peru.
Okay.
So أصلا يعني نحن we were raised different.
Okay.
مثلا we went to an American school. At a young age we were friends with girls, whereas my cousins probably weren't allowed to talk to girls. مثلا, unless they were cousins, right?
Even cousins, like up to
even
us.
Age,
up to this,
yes, they
you're right,
split,
correct.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the culture. That's the way they're raised and stuff. But أنا مثلا, just from speaking from my own perspective, we were my brother and I were just raised differently from that aspect. And we always knew مثلا arranged marriage was probably not an option for us.
Yeah.
It's just not how we go about it. We had to get to know the person and get to know them before we love them, basically.
Yeah, of course.
So on that note, in terms of bringing a girl home from another culture, the question was just always going to be يعني هي تحترم البيت, دين, all the regular stuff that you would need, not for your parents, حتى, it's just for yourself. Just make sure that can go, your relationship can move further. وهي يعني she ticked all the boxes from the very beginning. يعني. So حتى when I brought her to meet my dad, it was not a worry at all. It's just that she was nervous. But my dad is also very comfortable. My mom fell in love with her from the first day.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
I did that.
My dad, one thing though, my dad, for a local, because my dad studied in America, so for a local he's very open-minded, and he's very chill about these things. He's not exactly, hardcore.
The first 10 minutes were like, and then after that, you're
today it's so different between them two.
Yeah,
it's really, really good. So it was never,
So you mentioned something about like when she met your dad for the first time. Can you tell us how it was, like the first meeting for both of you? And when he met your family first, and then, or when you told your parents the first time, what was their action?
Were they very accepting?
You know this, they know, but they act like they don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Every
it was,
Arab parent.
exactly. So it was like this at the start, especially because like I'm very open like with my mom وكده, and she met him from the first time I ever got to know him. يعني, hello, I have a new friend. He's a friend. You can talk about that. How did you meet Mama first? I don't remember.
Mom was easy. Mom was صراحة she was
Oh,
so
what's the
sweet.
problem?
I'm very fine with parents يعني. In general يعني meeting her mom was, I met her mom حتى when we were just friends.
Yeah.
But you liked me back then. So there was extra pressure that I didn't know about. Anyway. Then,
حيزلنا.
the point is that when I got to know her, when I met her mom, I don't even remember the first time I met your mom, to be honest with you. I just remember at the UD. لا, because it was she was so
hunt you down.
لا بالعكس والله she يعني she was so like I felt like I was raised with her type of vibe, you know, like and she was
She didn't give you that pressure.
no أبدا
It felt
nothing.
like, yeah.
She was sweet though from the very beginning. يعني when I met you guys, I think you were moving as well.
They're always moving.
Yeah.
يعني
Yes.
هذا
They
مش
were
timeline
moving.
أبدا.
And I was helping. يعني imagine أنا توني داخل على ال family picture in a sense. يعني I'm getting to know the family and I'm helping them move. So it was something very يعني very welcoming.
Plus points for you يعني.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Plus points for them too. يعني. But yeah, meeting my dad was there's a funny story behind
Meeting
that,
her dad.
her meeting my dad.
He met my dad.
I met your dad as well.
Long way, like
After.
yeah. It was right before we got married, so it was like maybe 4 years into our relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
So لما اجى طلب ايدك.
that was yeah.
Yeah, my parents are divorced, so my dad
Okay.
doesn't live here.
Sorry, yeah.
So no, it's okay. So he doesn't live here, so he had to come so he can actually meet Adel.
Okay.
Yeah, that was tense.
Something.
That was
Why?
tense.
Why was it that?
Man.
عشانك مش مصري؟
my
لا
dad,
لا لا.
actually at the start
At
هو
the
ما كانش
start.
راضي.
Yeah, ما كان راضي لأني مواطن بس صراحة يعني I didn't do anything for him to change his mind to come. But he ended up changing his mind. I think it was because of mom maybe.
Yeah.
بس so on that note يعني بداية يعني ما بتطمن صراحة. he already doesn't like me يعني. بس ما عليه أنا she was kind of nervous actually, and I was telling her, oh, don't worry, it's gonna be fine, I'll take care of it. Man, the moment I met him, I was so nervous.
He's a very tough guy because
he's hard.
yeah.
But he's really nice.
Army.
Yeah, بس هو طالع من الجيش وعنده you know he has the army mustache. You know ما في لحية بس شنب. You know and it's like and he
مش
was
قصده على فكرة.
yeah. لا أنا I love him now. Oh man, now he's so cool with me. And he's also lovely. But for the first time, it was like an army discussion.
Of course.
يعني literally talking like a drill sergeant.
She's his daughter.
ما أكيد
Yeah.
بس أنا متوتر man. I'm so nervous. Like, okay. بس then like the night went from 0 to 100 يعني لأن I personally felt like he didn't like me. But Rawan's mom was supporting me like so much. And at the very end of the night, he told me, come with me. I'm going to take you to the corner. I'm like, oh my God. This is the part where he tells me, مثلا, my daughter wants you, بس أنا مش راضي. مثلا.
Yeah.
And he took me to the corner and he's like, أنت محترم ما أدري شو. I don't know what. He gave me his watch. And I was like, and he's like, no, you were going to give this to your son. مش عارف إيش. I was like, so much pressure, you know. But overall يعني her parents are very very lovely يعني صراحة. I'm very lucky to have them.
And how was it meeting عمه وخالته first? I think عمه more because I feel like that's.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mom is so easy.
Yeah.
خالته very chill. Like
I love her. She's so cute.
yeah, she's very very very.
أنا حاشر حالي بإمها relationship.
And I don't want to have the interview with you too. I just want to have it with her.
She knows everything.
ده هتعملي ايه في الفالنتاين جاية
So,
معانا؟
yeah, I'm going to spend. We're going to what was it? Swimming with dolphins.
Swim with the dolphins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the dolphins.
عمو at first I was a little nervous صراحة.
Makes sense.
But he was very welcoming. Very very welcoming, and I think like هو ارتاح أكتر after he met my family. That was a very funny story how they met.
Yeah. So this is actually really funny. It was not planned.
It wasn't planned at all.
So what happened? My dad we love going to Egypt.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you know, separate from the fact
Oh,
that
I know this story.
Okay, and so he goes to Egypt. I'm working at the time.
Okay.
And he goes to Egypt and
He was going to Cairo.
He was going to
Yeah,
Cairo.
so he said, I'm going to spend like 3-4 days in Cairo, then I'll come back.
Okay.
So by then, my relationship with him was very chill. So I was like, oh, Amo, why don't you visit Alexandria? We're from Alexandria and it's very nice.
We'll
and
show you
now-
around. And
But we weren't there, but I was telling him where he can go, and you know
Okay.
the fact that the weather is amazing, especially the people that live here. When they go to Egypt and all these other countries, they enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
So the weather is very nice. والجو على البحر حلو and so on and so forth. He's like, yeah, but the hotels, there's only one or two hotels in Alexandria. So he's like, but the hotels are fully booked ومش عارفة ايه وكده. I'm like, don't worry about that. I'll talk to my parents. They'll sit عندنا ومش عارفة ايه وكده. So I called my mom. I'm like, إن عمو أحمد نازل وكده.
At this point, they haven't met yet.
Yeah, they haven't met at all.
But obviously, her
But-
parents know me and my parents know her.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you were like properly in the relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how long?
At this point,
3 years.
we were almost getting engaged.
It was
This
three-
is before
before,
القراءة
yeah,
فاتحة,
So it was
right?
3 years in.
It was 3 years and 3 years and a half. Yeah.
3 years
بس
and a half.
did they know إنه خلاص أنتوا هلا حتخطبوا ولا؟
They knew and we were نحن ناويين.
We
يعني.
planned.
Yeah, yeah.
في
بس-
plans. بس
okay.
ما فيش
No
امتى
set
وفين.
date,
No,
Yeah.
nothing, no.
Faces.
They haven't
Okay.
seen each other.
No, no,
at
Yeah,
all
yeah.
يعني.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay. My mom was like, yes, أكيد. يعني في مصر people are gonna get the house ready and they clean it and everything. Okay, خلاص هينزلوا امتى عشان يجيبهم من المطار. Yeah. ظبطنا كل حاجة.
And then
So they went to Cairo and then it's time for them to go to Alexandria. They reached the house and everything. They enjoyed, they had fun, everything was ready for them. Ammo's favorite hobby is shisha.
Okay.
His shisha was there, his shisha was ready, all set. They enjoyed, they went out, they came back, they went to sleep. And then I wake up in the morning, nothing. No, I wake up in the morning, someone from Egypt's calling me and going like Ammo and stuff. I took them to a hotel because the house caught on fire.
yeah, forget her waking up in the morning. I'm in a meeting.
Oh my God.
It's like 9 a.m. Difference is 3 hours, right?
Yeah,
it's like 9
2
a.m.
hours.
So I'm in this meeting. It's a morning huddle, يعني, and I get 2 WhatsApps from my dad, and they're both and I looked at them and I ignored because I'm in this meeting. But then I'm like, it's like 6 a.m. in Egypt. Why is he texting me? If I open them and 2 pictures, شيء محروق. I don't know what it was. Things that are
The
super burned.
electricity box.
They're super burned, and then he
my
goes
God,
like
yeah.
and الحمدلله طلعنا بالسلامة ومش عارف شو. And I'm like, أنا شو مستوي? I call my dad, he doesn't answer. I call my dad again, he doesn't answer. I call Rawan, and she's like half giggling, half worried, and I'm like, no, babe, what's going on? And she's like, the house burned. I'm like, what? Yeah, the house burned. Imagine that. حظ أبوك
Imagine
شو حظ أبوك ناس. And I'm like, what? Hey, my dad, is he alive? You know, and she's like, yeah, he got out. I don't know. I was like, what happened? So she's like, I don't know. فصار اللي صار يعني, and there was a short fuse or something, I don't know what. طبعا أنا الحمد لله, okay, الحمد لله Baba and his wife, they came out alive, everything's fine, they didn't, no injuries. أنا الحين, I'm thinking about something else. How the hell do I bring this girl into my life now? Her house almost killed my dad. So أنا طبعا, I'm talking to my brother about it. I'm like, Yusuf, man, this is not gonna go well. And he's like, why? And I'm like, Baba almost died. You know, يعني,
Isn't that a sign?
yeah, it literally.
Excuse me.
So he was talking to his brother. I wasn't there. I'm just listening.
It literally can't get worse, you know? So Yusuf's like, nah, man, that's chill. I don't know. I was like, no, Anna, I don't have the face. I don't have the face to go to my dad and say, oh, alhamdulillah, طلعت بالسلامة. بس you know, بطلب إيدها مثلا. شو تستهبل أنت, you know?
But it's
So-
not like I would understand his reaction if he had this reaction if she did it purposely.
No,
But,
no,
like,
أكيد.
الموضوع
بس still,
يعني إيدي خالص.
iffy.
at that point, يعني, I just don't know how to react. Mom, Baba comes back, and I was actually really nervous that day because
Yeah.
we're gonna have lunch and stuff, and we're just gonna obviously talk about it. We're having lunch, and he's like, oh, Egypt was nice, مش عارف شو, la. And then I'm like, so موضوع البيت. He's like, والله son, it was this, so it was that. And I'm like, oh, okay, but alhamdulillah, you know, alhamdulillah, everything went well. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. By the way, and next weekend, Friday, you're not going out. And I'm like, no, why? He's like, عزمتهم كلهم, the entire family. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. I was like, here I am worried that you don't want me to get married to this girl anymore.
No, Saraha, it was very nice.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
alhamdulillah, and I was there because if I wasn't, the
The
whole
house
house
would-
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
would have
entire,
fire. Exactly.
yeah.
So it happened for a reason,
It was
honestly.
Yeah,
You don't
صراحة
know
it
how
did.
it worked.
I didn't think we needed that much for it to work. بس إنه
We didn't
alhamdulillah.
need a short fuse.
Exactly. بس alhamdulillah. يعني,
Yeah.
we've been kind of lucky, to be honest, with culture differences. يعني, a lot of things worked in our favor.
So whose family was against it more though? ولا ما كان في حدا against it?
I mean, from my end, there was nothing. I don't know if there was from her. Maybe Abuha. In the beginning, he didn't. بس
Yeah, at the beginning صراحة for my dad it was like
But
he was
tricky.
against it, yes. Because they have that stereotype where مصرية واخدة local for his money blah 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 in general.
جواز تدور جواز
ما في money ما في
هذا اسمه صيت غدا ولا صيت فول
I just have a question. طالما we're talking about this.
Yeah,
From what I can see that you're both coming from slightly open families. Okay. يعني the marriages that your parents had. Okay. It seems like gave you that sort of gateway. What about the extended family? They always have something to say.
extended family as in like aunts and uncles.
عمامك خوالك ستك.
I think
They always have something to say.
it's harder from his side, I believe.
It's not that it's harder يعني مثلا أنا like الحمد لله the way I was raised and my dad and my mom always told me إنه في الآخر القرار في إيدك. If there are opinions that you want to take into consideration يعني آخرك is your parents and your brother. One day we were going to my granddad's house to have lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And Rawan was at our house having lunch and we were talking about the plan next weekend. And my dad was like Rawan will come. At that time نحن ما كتبنا كتابنا. So technically it's not right. Technically.
Because here in the UAE culture they don't have like فترة خطوبة يعني هما
It's
نحن
direct.
نملت.
Yeah,
نحن نملت.
exactly.
يعني بيكتبوا الكتاب وفي
بعدين
العقد
في-
بيكتبوا
Yeah, بعدين.
بالضبط.
So أنا just putting my head in their perspective I said بابا لا like that's too much يعني. But there was a small discussion in the house about إنه نحن طبعا we all love Rawan we all want her to be you know in the family but you know in due time so to say يعني.
True.
My dad was the one who said يعني she's my daughter يعني, and I don't care. It became a thing where my dad is like and I don't care if they have a problem with it and she's my daughter.
Yeah.
We ended up I don't think we ended up doing oh no we did end
No,
up
we
doing
did.
it.
We
Yeah, we
went,
did end up
yes.
doing it.
We went.
She came and from my end nobody said anything to me but they're all like no why are you bringing her if she's not your wife. It's better for you to bring her if she's your wife which technically I can
Culturally
understand.
speaking.
I can understand. Yeah. وفوق هذا I wasn't the one you know
Yeah.
saying let her
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
It was my dad.
It's not like
But
you went against everyone to
exactly.
bring her.
I'm not being you know like I need
Stubborn.
مثلا you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But my dad صراحة
He insisted.
he
Yeah.
took her inside the room with the girls. He sat with her there. He didn't leave her for a while صراحة.
Oh, that's
But
cute.
and today my aunts love her.
Nice.
They
Yeah,
love
yeah.
her.
That's very nice.
I think with time يعني when you get to know the person على حقيقته and who the person is not that just external layer that you see you create a bond like you form a bond with one another so
Yeah.
no I alhamdulillah I don't have any problems with his family.
That's really good. Would you actually imagine ending up with someone from
yeah.
your own
No.
culture?
Personally no. There's nothing يعني oh god I feel like I'm entering pineapple.
Okay, we're skipping this part.
بجيب العيد صراحة. لا it's not that it's that I don't know how to explain it. It's just local relationships. I feel like they're more bounded by culture than I would want my relationship to be. My relationship is more open. If you want to do something, you talk to me about it. You don't let culture decide it for you.
Yeah.
مثلا, you know what I mean? If I want to do something, vice versa, I would tell her, "أنا مثلا I want to go here or I want to do that." And I'm not gonna not do it or do it because culture allows me to do so. And it actually works both ways because in the men's side we can do whatever we want
صح.
because we're a man, right? And technically I can still do that today, but I wasn't raised that way because
Is it hello?
okay,
Excuse me.
I wasn't raised that way because you know, your decision impacts the partner.
Yeah.
So if I want to do something, leave my job, travel, whatever, there is a certain, you know, responsibility to have her participate in the decision.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That's not really in our culture, I would
Yeah.
say. And I don't really participate.
It's a
in that
one-minded thing.
It's a one-minded thing, and it's also from the girl's side in the sense that
course.
she's not allowed to do X, Y, Z. No, maybe you are. Maybe
But
I'm
I
okay
feel like
with it.
I feel like now in the culture it's more open.
It is
nowadays.
getting more open. صراحة,
Nowadays.
with time,
Yeah.
things will
Yeah.
change. يعني.
I think كمان especially نحنا because here we have like a lot of different cultures. It's bound to happen like to end up with someone from a different culture like it's so
it's a diversity يعني everywhere you go anywhere you work you deal with a lot of people not يعني
Not
حتى
from your
sometimes
own.
بالضبط حتى sometimes بيكونوا from your own country بس
Not the
cultures
same.
بيكونوا
صح.
مختلفين بالضبط ف it's I think yeah بس now حتى a lot of the like the women in the UAE they're very educated and it's not like
I was
before.
getting on that. Look, موضوع المواطنات marrying guys who are not local, I don't see that increasing.
Yeah.
Just
It is harder. It's
just
definitely harder.
it's parents wise, like for me يعني أنا if I have a daughter
By the
هي
way
بتكون
this
مواطنة.
goes back to إنه هو he's not local so عيالك مش هيطلعوا
لا،
local
صح.
ما
ف it
exactly
literally goes back to that.
this is what I'm referring to. نحن there's so much pride in being a UAE national صراحة, especially with everything.
نضحك على بعض.
with everything they give us تخيلي يعني نحن we don't take
Yeah,
that
of
much
course.
pride in it يعني. To just not extend your generations down
Yeah.
the line.
So you were saying something. If your daughter comes to you,
I'm not saying that it's a red line, okay? I'm saying that it would be a consideration, a factor in the decision whether or not هو مواطن ولا لا. It would be a factor. مش أنا ما
but
بجتب
don't you think
عليكم.
it's ironic?
It is ironic. No, it's not ironic. You see,
على فكرة لو عندك
here we-
ولد المشكلة دي is a dead end يعني خلاص
لا ولد
they're
أنا
gonna carry your
أبدا
name.
ولد أبدا. This is the part where it comes to what is it, sexism I think it is, whatever it is. Okay, it's not about that. Anna, if I have a daughter, she can go study outside if she wants. She can work wherever she wants. And I'm not that guy. She's a person and my son is a person. When she wants to get married, إذا بتجيب لي واحد فلسطيني لبناني whatever, it's not a no because هو فلسطيني or لبناني.
It's because إنه
I need to go find. I need to sit with the guy. I need to know who's this guy who want to take
no,
my
but
mother.
this is the thing. This is the thing about culture, okay? إنه yeah, whether he's مواطن or he's فلسطيني, لبناني, مصري, whatever, you are gonna sit with the guy both ways.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
nationality has nothing to do with it.
100%. Yeah, بس alhamdulillah, our nationality is so strong that it almost guarantees you a safe and healthy future in terms of your benefits, in terms of your coverage and all that stuff. This
But
is something that you'd have to be willing to lose if you marry somebody else. That's not, no, you're not allowed to.
I don't think you will lose it.
He will lose it. No, you can't pass the nationality from the mother's side.
By the way, there is no Arab country, Arab country that allows the woman to give their kids the passport. ولا حدا.
Not that I know of.
Just to like add to this point, I understand where you're coming from, and it is definitely important. I'm pretty sure every father would look at it from that
That's,
perspective. But كمان at the end of the day, you don't want her like
happiness.
yeah,
no,
you don't
but
want
that's
her
why
to
I said
marry
it's
someone
not. No,
just because
no.
like for example هو إماراتي وهيك خلص he checks the boxes بعدين يطلع like completely the opposite.
definitely.
of,
لا
you
في
know?
الآخر forget
Yeah,
nationality هذا يكون ولد حلال.
exactly.
يقول
هذا هو
ناس،
أهم إشي.
لازم
محترم.
يكون نابلسي قدسي فلسطيني
Oh my
مسلم.
God.
لا الأوردر غلط فلسطيني نابلسي قدسي مسلم.
This is my mom's rules for me.
Oh.
He has to be like أنا. One of the reasons why I really wanted to do this episode عن جد is because I think like okay my parents
طنط مش قصدي لو تتفرجي على الحلقة.
she's gonna watch it. It's okay. No, بس والله one of the reasons why we wanted to do this episode is because عن جد I think a lot of families don't understand إنه growing up here you are exposed to so many different nationalities. The mix is crazy and it's all over the place because of this diversity. فأنا for me for example if I go to my mom and tell her for example I'm gonna marry someone who is not Palestinian حتعمل لي قصة. We have this discussion. My dad مثلا بيحكي لك as long as ابن حلال بيخاف الله مش عارف شو بيخاف عليك. I don't care as long as he's a good guy, right? My mom is like no way. هلا شويش عم تقبل الموضوع عم بتكبر السيركل اللي هو شيء انه يمكن اردني. Maybe I will
as we grow older the circle expands.
مستعيلين شكلها.
خلصينا عاد.
خلاص
You know? So وحياة الله I think people from honestly speaking people are racist towards their own country يعني ناس من نفس البلد than other cultures. I think it's very hard.
صح مش عارفة من منطقة ايه ولا عايشة فين ولا
وعيلة.
بيتها فين عيلة مين
بالضبط. That definitely
I think
exists.
this is always gonna exist regardless. هذا مش عارفة شو. You know? This culture already exists so I don't think culture should stop anyone from getting married.
No, definitely.
It shouldn't be a factor at all.
Never was for us.
What is your
That's why
favorite
I
thing
guess.
about your partner's culture?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Music.
Yeah.
Easy.
It.
You saw me. I don't dance at
No,
all.
you just sing.
Best to Egyptian shabi. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We lost him.
I go crazy. I go crazy. Yeah, music easy.
Yeah.
I think actually how they always keep time for family. I really
Okay.
like that. Like I like that Fridays are like
dedicated.
yeah مقدس يعني خلاص every Friday we have to go for lunch عند his dad. If not, then it's عند the entire family in the مزرعة. So I really like that. يعني
Okay, that's nice.
It is weird because that's something different to her, but to me it's like
It's really a thing,
it's a
yeah.
normal
it's
thing. Yeah.
Friday you wake up, you go pray
Mm.
immediately to the family.
no, I mean like إحنا عندنا حتى في
You know,
مصر-
you spend
we
you
spend
spend-
time
obviously
بس
you
إحنا
spend more
مثلاً-
time with your family than I do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
بس إحنا
بس-
مثلا بنغدى على الساعة 6
Yeah.
لا انتوا like they have to be
لا
there
بس
at one
إنه
sharp.
that actually can you ask us what we hate about each other's cultures?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
this
gonna. It's
موضوع
coming. It's
موضوع
coming.
الغداء على الساعة 6 no way. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
we
I
have
lose my
this
mind.
Dinner.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's common by the way. It's just
It's
عندكم.
not common. It's so weird.
لا بلا because بإسبانيا
Oh my god.
yeah والله بسبين they have lunch at 6 and dinner at 9
حسستيني انت you're from
international
Barcelona.
حب
يعني.
قلبي
لا بس one is so early يعني for especially you مثلا ما you wake up late.
ما هو أنا I wake up late and I skip breakfast to have lunch. Maybe that's weird. But lunch at 6 like
Lunch at 6 is a bit too much. Like
Yeah,
lunch
but
at 4 or 5.
if you wake up, if you
What
already
makes
wake
sense?
up at 12, how can you have like rice and fish at like 1:30?
I mean, that's when you eat lunch. I mean, you have to split your meals, right? Like, if you have okay, wait, you have lunch at 6. What time's dinner?
9?
Okay, so what do you have at lunch?
Yeah, but that's the whole point. يعني احنا to a certain extent healthy, you know, like
Oh my
at
God.
9
Yeah,
o'clock.
no, كلام.
At 9 o'clock
لا
ممكن
لا
ناكل
lunch
fruits.
يعني عيش no
That's your
shoe.
dinner?
Okay.
so-
question
Hit me.
what would be pros and cons if you end up with someone from your own culture
The pros and cons?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think expectations in terms of what family wants are going to be easy because you
True.
come from the same
Culture
background,
and
you
all
come
of
from the
that,
same
yeah.
culture.
Same country.
So بالضبط
خلاص.
فإنه بتبقى حاجة
Straightforward,
expected
yeah.
حاجة straightforward expected يعني مثلا احنا we had the challenge of هم ما عندهمش حاجة اسمها خطوبة بس احنا we have something called خطوبة and I'm an only child so it was very important for my mom مثلا
To have it, yeah.
بالضبط and this is where the compromise came يعني احنا مثلا الملشة for us الكتب كتاب عندنا is not
كتاب يوم العرس انتو no
بالضبط في مصر يا اما يوم الفرح يا اما قبليها
قبلها
باسبوع
بأسبوع.
بالضبط
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's not like a party where everyone attends nothing
It's just like بالبيت.
بالبيت
Yeah.
بالضبط and close super close friends super close family حتى not even the extended
Did
ones.
you compromise? ولا
Yeah,
so
actually,
we had
actually did.
we had الخطوبة
Okay.
and we had the milcha their way where the entire family came
Yeah, and then usually for us our milcha is like at X date and then the العرس بيكون مثلا 6 شهور لسنة
yeah,
قدام.
yeah, yeah.
And we
Which is
actually
فترة الخطوبة.
yeah,
بالضبط.
exactly. But that's
بالضبط.
for us
ده
that's
حلال. Yeah,
فترة
عشان so you
exactly
can go
فترة
out
التعارف.
together.
my mom was not okay
Yeah,
with
and
that.
she was not
Yeah.
okay with it, but we compromised it to it was
3 months.
two
Okay,
to 3
that's
months.
not bad.
So it actually worked out that way. And
Yeah.
there are benefits. Oh,
I
also
think COVID played in her favor.
yeah, COVID it definitely played in our favor. But for us it's the same thing, تقاليد و any morals culturally
Yeah.
all the
عادات
same. But
وتقاليد.
we get a grant actually. If we marry a local, we get some money. So that's
Oh, no way.
that's one. Yeah.
okay
I didn't get that obviously.
He compromised, y'all.
The grant.
oh wait no مش هي انت
If
هو
أنا
if he marries
إذا
a
if I'm marrying a local lady, I get money. للعرس والماتش قاعد.
Mm.
allow
Wow,
it so
okay.
we get money and
لا خلاص راحت علينا.
للعرس بحكي لك مش لل
Yeah.
okay. It's okay we can do a party
Yeah, it's actually
تيجي
it's a
روان like
nice grant.
surprise.
Like they give you a place, they build for you a
Yeah.
tent, they
Nice.
provide cake.
If you want to do it that way,
Yeah,
they'll
if
do
you
it all
wanna do
free
it
for
that
free.
way,
But if
they
you don't
do
want
it
to do it
free.
that way, then you can take it in
So
cash.
I was
I'm
just
so
an extra,
mesmerized by this piece of
I did not know that.
I was
yeah,
an
that's-
extra cost.
Hey.
أحلى cost.
حلو.
the way he said it plus one for you so that would be the pro the con a pro it would be a pro
Pro.
Pro,
Yeah,
not
pro.
con,
Pro.
yeah.
Not the money. The
The culture, العادات والتقاليد.
Yeah.
صح.
انا
عادات
عالي بالماني
And what about like the
Con.
downside?
I wasn't back then.
The downside, if you don't have like feelings for that person, what's the point? يعني you're gonna tie yourself up with someone for the rest of your life, and that's if it lasts for the rest of your life because he's not your person. So what's the point of that?
I don't really think there's a downside. يعني إذا الواحد يعني ناوي I mean, considering that he knows the person or she knows the person, if they're happy with it, culture, not culture, it just doesn't.
So
It doesn't click with me in that way because
It's pineapple صراحة.
it's bold pineapple. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But you know, if you're marrying someone because your family wants you to marry him, then the only one that has to deal with it if it goes wrong is you.
Yeah.
So
This is the thing. I
At the
think
end of the
people,
day.
everyone out there, please guys, اسمعوا. Your family مش حيتجوزوا. انت اللي حتتجوزي.
بالضبط.
So
صح.
they're
So,
just there for
وبعدين-
the wedding, for the
exactly
Friday dinner,
exactly
بس خلص.
exactly ولما
من هيك
يتقفل الباب عليكو
تقفل.
لما
Yeah.
يتقفل الباب عليكو literally it's just you two. So there's no point. Yes, some people take their parents' opinions. Some people, and
Which
it
is not
matters,
bad.
which
Yeah,
is
it's
not
correct,
bad. No,
يعني.
I'm one of these people where my mom's opinion is everything to me.
Of course.
But at the same time, she's not gonna be there with you 24/7. So you are choosing to take this decision, and you are gonna have to bear with the consequences, whether they're good or bad.
So حتى لو you came and you tell your mom everything, let's say, okay, you're always gonna say it from one side.
صح.
You know.
صح.
So يعني she can't, like, she won't give you the right opinion. She'll just give you the opinion based on what you told her, which
And
might
she's
not
always
be
gonna
accurate.
be
Choose your
biased
side.
towards
Yeah,
you.
of course.
يعني by the end of the day, she's your mom. You're
actually, I think
something
your mom
special.
sides with me very often.
That's true.
what would you tell someone who wants to مثلا marry someone from a different culture? عن جد انتوا هلا you didn't الحمد لله you guys did not face صعوبات but I know
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure a lot of people are going through this يعني
100%.
especially that we live here.
I just want to say, getting married is not easy. يعني whether you're from the same culture, I even have friends from like from the same culture that they faced problems. It's not really about your culture.
No.
It's just being able to support one another in the hard times and being able to يعني always have an agreement. Technically, it's like having a word like pineapple. إنه خلص, when you've had enough, يعني it's literally like a code word where hello, I've had enough. Just let
Let's
me
take
be.
a break for a
بالضبط.
bit. Yeah.
Just let me be. So I think being able to hold the stick from the middle is key. يعني it's very important.
Communication is important.
100%.
Everything. It's everything.
100%. And this is something I used to face problems with at the start. I'm not very good with communication. Hence why I'm telling you. This is out of my comfort zone. But it's definitely something you learn, and obviously your partner has to be patient and has to lead you in the right way. Like,
Of course.
I think it's communication, patience, but you have to be willing to change. That's it.
Compromise.
It's
I
not
wouldn't say willing.
compromise.
No, it's not willing to change. It's willing to see things from a different perspective.
Accepting to change, not you have to change.
wait لا pineapple.
روان كيف تغيرتي؟
I did. I'm not gonna say
no,
I
she did.
didn't.
But I think honestly, I don't know who changed or who accepted more, because like I said in the beginning, we come from very, very different worlds. صراحة, we're very, very different. And in the beginning,
Can you مش describe extremely but give us headlines?
Okay, so basically, first of all, like, we studied in different schools. Like, I studied in a mixed school. He studied in a segregated school. I think this plays a big role in shaping you. Like, for example, sometimes in a mixed school, since you're kids, you're with the same people.
Yeah.
They're relatively considered as your siblings. They're your family, بالضبط. And that's sometimes really hard for people to see. إنه how come you're so close to فلان, or how come you're so close to علان مثلا. So I had a different relationship with my friends that I had to start accepting that I need to change it, not because he's right or I'm wrong, just because it's not taking my relationship. It's out of respect, and it's not going to lead my relationship in a good direction.
Yeah.
So at the start, it was very, very difficult to, like, our friends didn't match. Like, I knew his friends, he knew my friends, but they weren't at the same pace.
Environment,
not the same environment, مثلا. I don't know, you can add to that, أكيد.
No, it's like it's funny, because if you look at both of us from when we first started dating and where we are today, I think if you tell each one of us you're going to be this person 5 years from now, we'd probably laugh it off back then, because we were so, this is who I am, this is my life, this is how I do things.
I would never change.
And I'm right. On top of that, forget I'm never going to change. I'm right in how I think. And that was both of us. لأن مثلا her friends back when we first started dating, I thought that the way they treated her was not, and it's not like they were rude or anything. They were not. They were all actually really close to all of them now.
Yeah.
But back then, the way they were treating her or مثلا talking to her, to me, is not acceptable for someone to speak to my partner this way. Even though they're being, like she said, brothers and sisters, right? So where's the respect that I should be getting, right? So that's how I viewed it. Where she would tell me, no, they're like my brothers and sisters, and I'm like, no, yeah, but I need my respect, and I formed a judgment on all of them based off of this, which is wrong, right? And I would tell her, and I would kind of force the handle in the sense that, you know, you being with your friends more often is hurting me, for example, right? And I was 110% convinced, and I'm right in what I'm saying back then. But today I look back and I know that was stubborn.
Yeah, and I took action, you know.
And she started seeing what are the things that I was saying. And I didn't have to go and remind her. She started saying, okay, you know, he's putting in an effort, and now I'm also putting in an effort, in the sense that, yeah, I as Rawan, مثلا, I don't like being told this, or, you know, whatever it might be, whatever I might have, because honestly I don't even remember them anymore, even though back then it was such a big deal. So you have to, if you really care about the person and you really want it to work, you sometimes just automatically
compromise.
You automatically start
and
compromising.
I had to go speak to some of my friends where, like, listen, he's gonna be hopefully in my life for the rest of my life. So if you also want to be in my life, you're gonna have to find middle ground between you and him. You guys have to form your own relationship. And honestly speaking, now some of them are closer to him than they are to me.
It's true.
Like they're
It's
like
true.
he traveled with them.
them
Yeah,
up.
exactly,
Yeah.
definitely. He traveled with some of them without me, and
Yeah.
he sees Yassine, for example, on
Yeah,
weekly
yeah.
basis, and I don't even see Yassine that much
No,
anymore.
some of her guys, especially the guys. The girls, I'm as close as, you know, a girl's partner would be.
I think people don't take into consideration, and maybe the older generation, I'm gonna say our parents, our whatever families, كل هدول ما بتقبلوا إنه عن جد my relationship with my friends is very important.
صح.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna compromise for you, but at the same time, you need to understand, I spend most of my time with these
them.
people.
Yeah.
You know, they
And
are
also-
like family.
And also you, by the way, as a person, like, as you grow older, some relationships fade away, some relationships become stronger,
Of
and
course.
the ones that come stronger are the ones that you're gonna be with later on.
Of course.
You know, it also plays a role في حياتك انت كبني آدم. يعني you climb together, you and some of your friends, you and your partner, so on and so forth.
Overall, the relationship, yeah, it's really, really hard, but it's really, really worth.
Really?
the pain. Oh yeah.
Do you want to choose your whisper?
Oh yeah.
عايز
It
تروح
was.
النهارده؟
Oh please. This relationship had challenges, ليوم challenges, and I'm being dead serious with you, man. Sleepless nights, fights, whatever you want.
Do you think because like it's you two are from different cultures?
No. It's not.
Did
It's
that
not about
play
the
a
different
role?
I
cultures.
don't
No.
think
No,
it's a
about-
different culture. It's the different worlds.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that
just-
it was
yes,
more
different
that.
worlds.
Yes.
I don't know if I made this clear. Anna, to me, culture does not dictate the person.
No.
The person you are your culture at the end of the day,
True.
right? So if culture being a dictating force, it's just not me, not my brother. حتى. We're not raised that way. And we come from separate worlds. You know, my dad is from the Middle East, my mom's from South America. Which culture am I gonna live? You know what I mean? So on that note, yani, you are your own culture. You represent your culture. So and I represent my own culture. This is my culture. This is who I am. So culture is not a force on me. It's just when you try to combine your culture with someone, and that someone is going to be that person that's with you for the rest of your life. I don't know anybody that I really would wish for somebody to tell me that that's an easy process. It's incredibly hard, but the only thing you need to make sure that you have is commitment, it's communication, it's trust, and it's the underrated factor, it's patience. Without those four, see, she's learning. Yeah, without those four, I don't know who would
I
make
want to
it
add something to this, and my dad always says this, and I always say it, and I love this يعني metaphor so much. He says any relationship, أي relationship بالحياة, friendship, relationship, wife, husband, whatever. He's like, it's like a house, right? So your base is respect,
صح.
right? And then أعمدة البيت هي الثقة.
حلوة هاي.
والrooftop is friendship.
friendship. Oh yeah.
And then he's
Definitely.
like the walls الحيط is love. He's like إذا أنت بدك تبني علاقة مؤسسة على الحب هذا البيت حيوقع.
صح.
because love is not everything.
100%.
صح.
100%.
So this I live by this. And no, I don't care how much I love you. If you don't respect me, what's the whole point of this relationship?
Exactly.
Definitely. Like sometimes people ask me and they go like, like how did you know she was the one and stuff?
Please tell us. Please.
No, the answer is I don't know. The answer is honestly
you
I don't
didn't
know.
know.
Yeah, because شوفي, everybody knows themselves better than anybody else.
صح.
So knowing myself, I always had like I wouldn't want to call it an expectation, but you can say my relationship should go this way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It should work in a certain way. إنه في مثلا just for example احترام إلى آخره. Stuff that you need for your relationship to work. A base, exactly. And for the first
I definitely did not follow that base.
year to 18 months, my God, ما كان في base أساسا. You know what I mean? And it's like there were problems that knowing Adel, if I remove myself from the situation and I look from outside, like I would
You
tell
were
myself,
shocked.
walk away,
Yeah.
end it, let it go, it's not worth it, all that stuff. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, man. It's her when she cries, man. When she cries, I can't do anything. But yeah, I stayed and I we kept working together and stuff. And then I also had big problems where probably she would walk away from the situation as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's hardship. That's why my answer is I don't know, because I stuck
Every
around.
time حد بيحكي لك like how do you know the person is the one, you go like I don't know, it's just a feeling, it's a gut feeling يعني.
Yeah, my heart didn't let me leave, if that's the best way to say. I don't know what her answer is.
think
She doesn't
Such
know.
a cheesy episode.
No,
It is a Valentine's
I was
Day.
gonna say midway, I was gonna say Adel's friends, guys, he's gonna come sleep over tonight. But then he fixed it with this last sentence.
No, but it makes
He's a
sense.
sweet
what
talker,
you're-
by the way.
I can
Yeah.
see that,
Don't fall for it.
Don't tell them
you fell
don't tell
for
them my
it.
weapons. Yeah, so that's just from my end. I honestly I hope you guys can get an answer out of her, because she doesn't until today. Maybe I don't know her answer.
Okay, Rawan, this just got
That's
interesting.
so much pressure.
Would you really need an answer? Isn't it like
I don't. It's just sometimes I like messing with her and I tell her,
Oh,
like, why do
okay.
you love me? I don't know. Don't ask me these questions. مثلا. So,
it's the way she expresses or the way you express.
No.
So that to me is like more important than someone telling me I love you, but their actions speak otherwise.
It's based
oh, definitely.
It's based on your love language.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh yes. Each person loves differently.
Our love language is fine. يعني إنه I mean I know she loves me. I don't need.
That's not what I meant. Stupid.
That's not what we meant.
That's not
Pineapple.
pineapple. No, stupid is fine. Okay.
That's fine, yeah.
Stupid is fine. Okay, so there are 5 different love languages.
Hit me.
Yeah.
Educate us.
Yeah.
Do you actually know? Do you know
No.
them? Okay, so there are 5 love languages. The word of affirmation. There is physical touch. There's quality time. There's love of gifting.
That's me.
And then there's
Oh, definitely.
Reassurance, no?
reassurance. Oh, لا, service.
That's
The
Oh,
service.
okay, yeah.
So these are the 5 love languages. So
Damn.
مثلا for example her love language is مثلا gifting.
Definitely.
انت مثلا could be quality time. Yeah.
Not while watching football.
Yeah.
Or playing PlayStation.
Or playing
Or
PlayStation.
playing
Yeah, I
To
think
be
it's
fair.
words of
Words of
affirmation.
affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that-
it's انت this is your love language. It's meeting halfway. That's the thing. She needs to know your love language and you need to know her love language. If you get her a gift, it's gonna mean the world to her.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
You know that's true. Actually.
See?
Yeah, but and if she says something nice to me,
You're
then it's gonna mean the world to me, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, this is the first time
Yeah.
Adel takes love things from me. This is such a moment for me.
It is. صراحة.
It's always the other way around.
Where did this love language thing come from?
It's like a big
Yeah.
thing. It's a worldwide. It's psychology 101.
Yeah.
It's love languages are all over the place, and you have to always. The first thing when you meet someone, you have to know their love language, because you're never gonna know how to
Meet
deal with the
halfway.
person.
Whenever she says anything sweet, it makes me happy in a way. Like, oh, finally, you said something.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah.
She knows, she
And
appreciates
gifts. If I bring her a flower on a random day, random week,
Yeah, it's her love
I
language.
think it buys me the whole month of.
He can play PlayStation whenever he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Chelsea game.
Yeah. She's one of the few people that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
You're actually one of the few people that. Yeah, but only on really dumb stuff. But she has these weird Egyptian comments that she says at home, and like مثلا I'd say something.
نعم يروح أمك.
نعم يروح أمك. You know, these things get me
هي
dying.
بتردح لك بس اوكي. And good, you're taking
These
it
are
this
funny
way.
comments. لا يحب قلبي.
لا, she
I'll
goes,
believe them funny, you guys. They're funny comments.
she goes so Egyptian. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's fun. Yeah.
I think we're having fun. I hope you had fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yes,
did. It was
صراحة.
nice.
You enjoyed
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
So I enjoyed listening to you. So it was very, very interesting.
It's fun to
honestly.
hear a love story, guys.
Yeah,
every
it's
once
always
in a
fun.
while.
Yeah.
I mean, we have been no.
This love story is not very
You don't think it's a nice love story? I think it's a very like. Can I just say?
How about you give us your opinion
about your love story?
Yeah, from an
100%.
outsider, someone that knows us from day one.
1 second. ظبط
Yeah,
القعدة
actually,
عشان-
Dana does know us from day one.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
In my opinion, as someone who has been there from day one, I think عن جد, to be fair, I am surrounded by so many couples.
Yeah.
Okay, but عن جد, you guys are one of my favorite. بلاك, I'm not
ما
done with my.
خلصت لسه
بلاك.
طيب عم تعطي intro عم
بلاك.
تعطي intro
بلاك, yeah.
She's rolling her eyes like
already. She's like,
it was
"Excuse
so
me."
loud. Your eye roll was so loud. بس عن جد, I love your relationship because I think I've witnessed both of them in a certain way, and I know how Rawan was and how Adel was and how they both like, no, it's like this, and then
Grew together.
and it's they complemented each other in a very interesting way.
Nice.
In my opinion, يعني حتى the way she started talking زيه and هو كيف بيحكي and their choice of music, and it's the compromise that happened was very interesting to me. إنه تحسي والله العظيم, I swear to God, not only you, I think all the guys with our friend group in general, with their spouses and girlfriends, whatever, they set the standard for me.
Aww.
وحياة الله انتو
Who,
شباب.
us?
Yeah. You
He's like, oh my god.
don't
Fine.
cry. You guys set the standard for me. No, when I see how they treat their wives,
Yeah.
I go like, man, I cannot
This
settle
is
for this.
Yeah.
I cannot settle for less
Oh,
because
that's
I
so
see
cute.
I see what they do, and I see how much they talk and they put effort and they spend time. Please don't cry, because if you cry, I cry.
He's
You
probably
don't
zoned
cry. I
out.
feel like you're gonna cry. Yeah.
So emotional for no. But I feel like they set the standard for
Yeah.
me. And I'm like, okay, I don't want this. I can't settle for this. You should make time. You should do this. You should do that. No. Growing up with them, like the past, what,
That's
5-6 years?
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's
been a minute.
It's been a while,
It's
man.
been 7
It's
years.
been-
No,
I caught the
6,
bouquet in
yeah.
their wedding, بس ما صارش إشي.
كم واحد اتجوز بعدك؟
نتجوزوا بعديها وهي لسه قاعدة.
I'm like, guys, this is
Soon.
this is the third bouquet I catch this.
Third bouquet. Third time's a charm.
Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for being here today. This has been so real,
Amazing.
and I love it so
Yes.
much.
Thank you for
It
having
helps.
us.
For anyone that's coming next,
Yusuf.
the first 10 minutes is just gonna be شوية صعبة. بعدين you're just gonna feel fine.
You'll be
And
fine.
Just
yeah,
like a
it's
grow
just
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
We also want to thank MNK Studios for having us.
Hosting us as usual.
Yes, making this very, very pineapple-y.
Pineapple Diamond. Guys,
Diamond.
thank you guys so much for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
Thank
we
you.
will wait for you in the next episode. Love you, leave
Mhm.
you. Bye.
Bye.